Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on the main theme from Loki. I've done a fingerstyle cover of the song, like my own arrangement. Go and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description and a card above. And I'm going to teach you that today. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, it does help me out. Give me a like on the video. If you could leave me some comments as well, let me know where in the world you're from, what you thought of the video, and any song requests as well, put them in the comment section. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing this channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Now the first line goes... So for that you play E4, then B4, back to the E4, B4, then E5, and then E2. So the first bar is... Bar 2 is exactly the same, so bars 1 and 2, you've got... Bar 3, we play E4, B4, E4, B4, and then an E2, so it goes... Bar 4 is the same as bar 1. Bar 5 is the same as bar 3. And then bar 6 you're just playing an E4. So the whole of the first line you've got... Two, three. On to the next line and we've got... So for that, the first chord that we're playing, we've got first finger, A3, second finger on B4, third finger on E4 nearest to the floor, and little finger on G5. And I'm strumming it, and then I'm going to play the B4, E4, B4, E4, B4. So it goes, or slowly. And then it goes to this C sharp minor chord, which is your first finger barred from the A string at the 4th fret, second finger on B5, third finger on D6, little finger on G6, and you're strumming it down, and then play the B string, which is at fret 5, E string, and then B string, so you got, and then play E5, and then B7, so bar 8 goes, and then into bar 9 we hold down the bar again from the A string at the 4th fret, play the A string and the E string nearest to the floor, then B5, E4, B5, E4, B5, so bar 9 goes, and bar 10 carries on with that. So it does 2 more of them, then plays E5 and B7. So bar 10 is... So let's just play those first 4 bars slowly. You got... And then we're doing this A chord, which is your first finger barred across all the strings at the 5th fret. Second finger on G6, third finger A7, little finger on D7. Strum the chord, then play the B string, E string, B string, E string, B string. So you go. Then you move it down a fret to the 4th fret, which is a G sharp, and we do the same idea. So bars 11 and 12 go. And then bar 13, you bar across all the strings on the 4th fret. Play E4 and E4, so E4 nearest to your face and E4 nearest to the floor. And then the B string, E, B, E, and then B7 at the end there. So bars 13 and 14 go. So the whole line slowly goes. On to the next line, and we've got this first chord, which is your first finger on D6, second finger on G8, third finger on E8, and little finger on B9. So we've got the first chord, and then plays A9 into the next bar. We've got A7, and then G, B, and E strings at the 9th fret. We hit them all at the same time, then play the E, G at the 9th fret. So those first two bars 15 and 16 go. Then plays E9, G9, E9, and then B10 and then B7. So bar 17 goes. And then we've got this F sharp minor chord, which is your first finger barred from the A string at the 9th fret, second finger on B10, third finger on D11, little finger on G11. Play the chord, then E, B, then back to this chord, which is the same chord that we had at the beginning of that line, and play the chord, and then play E, B, and then bar 20 is like the first bar of the whole song. So bars 15 to 20 slowly go. And then it will repeat back and play the whole of the second line, which is from bar 7. And it goes all the way along up to bar 19. And then you miss out bar 20. And then you get this little line that goes... or the little phrase. So bar 21 is instead of bar 20 on the second time round. And you play E4 twice. And then B7 twice. B5. B4. And then G5. And then D7, so you get. Which takes us on to the next line. So let me just play you the line. It goes. So that starts off with the C sharp minor chord, which is your first finger barred from A4 downwards, second finger B5, third finger on G6, little finger on, third finger on D6, little finger on G6. Playing the chord, holding it on into the next bar, then E5, and then you bar in bar 24. Bar 24, you're going to bar. The 4th fret, all the strings, second finger on G5, play the E string, G, B, and E. Then B7, B4, and then you get to play a D6, so it goes. Then back to that C sharp minor chord, G5, G6, E5, then that same chord that we had in bar 24, we're now in bar 28, and then B7, B5, and B4. So that whole line goes. On to the next line, and we've got an A chord, which we've played before. And then in bar 31, you play the D7, E5, and then it goes down to a G sharp sus4 chord, which is your first finger barred across all the strings on the 4th fret, second finger on A6, third finger on D6, little finger on G6. And then you're going to play after you played that chord, you play G6, G5, G6. Then this chord here, which is in bar 34, we've got E3, D5, B5, and G6. And then it resolves to this G sharp chord, which is E4, which is barred across because you're playing the B4 as well, and the G5 and the D6. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's play the whole of that line. On to the next line, and we go. So for that we play E4 and G1 at the same time, then E4, E2, A4 and the open E string, then another A4, E4 and B4, E2 and G1, E4, B4, both the E's at the same time, then E9 and an A string. So that line you've got. And on to the last line. We're starting off with E4 and E8. Then both the E's at the 8th fret. E11, B9. And then it goes to E9 nearest your face and E12 at the same time. E11, A string and then fret 9. Both the E and the A, both E strings at the 8th fret. So let's just play bars 45 to 49. You've got. And then bar 50, we go up to E17, B13, B14, E16, B13, B14, E14, B13, B14, and then the A string and the E string at the 11th fret. So bars 50 to 53 goes. And then I just went back and played the second and third lines and then just finished. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it does help me out. Give me a like on the video. Leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know what songs you want me to do. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know where in the world you're from. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, keep this channel going, and you want to print the tabs off for this, you can print them off on Patreon. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.